Let me see if I can stand up. The poem is actually called The Indispensable Man, and I bet a lot of you have heard it. But it goes, I can't remember all of it, but I remember enough to make the point. It says, sometimes when you're feeling important, when your ego is an elegant balloon, when you think your head stands above the crowd, when you think you're the best in the room, get you a bucket of water. Put it in your hand. You can twist, you can turn, you can stir, you can slosh, whatever you want to do. Then take your hand out and watch what happens. And when that water settles back down to just, hey, Tommy, settles back down to just like it was before you started, you realize that there is no indispensable man. And that's the punchline if you don't get anything else out of it. None of us is dispensable, but we're blessed to be a part of this family, and I've said that over and over and over. And the same is true of my family down in Headland. Some of y'all know the Vans and Solomons and Brannons and whatever. And there's some similarity between your family and the Headland family. And I guess it's because we're kinfolk. And I've said enough. Good to see all of you.
Maybe now you can sing a couple of bars of Big Iron.
I don't think so. You're the song.
There you go. I could model them. Now, I am number 2, and I know what Butch is going to say. I'm the number 2 child behind Betsy, and I have a wife named Sharon, and we have 2 daughters. Olivia, who has 3 grandbabies, and 3 babies, my grandbabies, and Meredith, who just moved back to Alabama and is due on Mother's Day with her first. Okay?
Wonderful family. Kurt he acts like he's only funny, but he's a very successful businessman. He has done a lot of good for a lot of people in the world. We're proud to be related to him.
Thank you. I am very, very blessed and would love to be a blessing to others. And you guys are a blessing to me.
I didn't do any of the work, but it worked out for us. We're family, my wife, we got 2, Jonathan, his wife Sarah, which was a big addition for us, and then all these beautiful grandbabies over mine. And Miss Emma Kate she's got to fly back to Utah this afternoon, so we'll miss her. But we're appreciative of all of you that made efforts to get here. We don't do it often enough, but we're glad to have all of us. Feel very blessed to be a part of this family.
You get tagged with the role in your family, you know, the baby is always the baby, even when they're old and gray.
But you're not
No, that's, thank goodness, yeah. That'd be a
She
trick.
used to be known as Mandy.
Mandy, yeah. I still get called Mandy. Katrina May, yeah. I still get called Mandy by some of my dearest friends. They somehow figured out that was a term of endearment. So even though I got too big to use it when I was in 6th grade, I was then Amanda. Too cool for Mandy. But I am married to Walter Overby. Here he is. And we have a blended family. I have 3 kids, Caroline, Catherine, and John. And Walter has 2 daughters, Amanda, but she goes by Mandy. So it's a good thing I'm not still going by Mandy, and Sarah. We live in Montgomery. Our kids are spread out. We got a couple in Atlanta, one in Denver, one in Birmingham, and one in Montgomery. So I'm blessed. I'm so happy to be here and love all of y'all. And I guess Betsy could probably take as much credit for raising me as Dad and Dorothy. She was certainly my second mom. So love all of y'all.
I would be a basket case by the time I got through with it. But the main thing that I wanted to say was, I know that some of you have gotten to watch the videos that Logan has put on YouTube for us. And for those of you who haven't, I would strongly encourage you to do it. They're very long. Our grandpa Walton had a movie camera. I don't know if it was 8mm or what it was, but it was a little camera. And he was very faithful about taking pictures of us when he would come visit. And so we have a lot of pictures from when I was newborn on up that most people wouldn't have, because that just wasn't a thing back then. Everybody didn't have a phone. I know that's hard to believe, guys, but really there was a time when nobody had a phone and with a camera on there. But anyway, as I was watching those videos, I was just taken aback by how much we love each other. and we were just talking at our table about what a good childhood we had. And the pictures of me with Kurt, I'm wearing Mama's high heels, and I'm about to kill him, it looks like. I've got him around the neck, and I don't even know how he survived his babyhood. But he was all love. It wasn't, I wasn't mad at him, I was just loving him to death. And then as the rest of them came up, how much I loved them all. And I was way too young and way too stupid. Even when I was older and a real mom, I was stupid. I made a lot of mistakes. But I loved being a part of all of y'all's lives. And how much I still love you, and how grateful I am for you, and for Dad and Mom, and for the home and the life that they gave us. And just a few little things here and there different, and we might not have even been together as a family. I'm so thankful for all of you and for making the effort to be here today. So now,
so everyone knows me and my family, but I will tell you all anyway. I'm married to Ricky. We've been married a little bit 26 years in January. Oh yeah, he's at home with the cat. I've been told not to tell people that, but that's our life right now. So anyway, he says hello. And then Abby is 22, and Andy is 17, and Avery as well. And they're our girls. They're all A names. So just call them A something.
just call it Dora.
We live in Keene, Georgia. We lived in Mississippi. We have not left the South. Thankfully, that's kind of like a rule. I have to not leave the South, but that's kind of where we're at. Oh my goodness. I guess for the inspirational thing, I would just say that as part of a big family with a lot of people, a lot of siblings, it can be really challenging, I think, to stay connected with each other. And even with the technology we have a really hard time just staying connected and talking a lot. Our lives are very busy. We have a lot going on. And, y'all are just such good examples of support and love for each other. I mean, I had Abby and Kurt was there at the hospital when I had my first baby, and I grew up getting facials with Amanda and doing all the fun things with her. And with Jamie, I would stay at their house, but we were like literally one of y'all's kids. We would just come. And I tried to explain to my girls on the way here that I'm double first cousin, and they thought that was odd.
It's their fault.
The way that works. But it's fun too. And Boone Pa taking me in the back of his truck to get chocolate milk and bubble gum when I was little, and let me drive a boat even though I wasn't supposed to. And I don't know, just all the fun memories, and that we all still are together. And whenever we come to a family thing, Amanda comes, and Jamie comes, and Kurt comes, and Julie comes. I know she'd be here if she could, but I just feel supported and loved by you guys, and I appreciate the good example that you set for us. And I hope that us siblings will do that and try to do that from now on. I'll try to do it. And I love everybody.
Oh.
Let's do this. Show them how you're so respectful.
And John's mom likes to say, "Long road behind you."
All right, so this is my friend. My husband Joshua. I know what you're thinking. Biggest muscles in the room. He's my favorite. We just drove 3 days together, and we still like each other at the end of that. So that's a success there. This is my oldest Harrison, Michael. He is 17 in 11th grade. What do you like to do? He does music, he does books, he makes good grades, he works hard, saving up money for his mission. He's planning on leaving in a year and a half. So, anything else you'd like to add?
My favorite was red.
Mrs. Atticus, straight A student. If you can't find him, he's got a basketball in his hand somewhere playing basketball. So that's what he likes to do. hilarious. Star Wars, basketball, Legos. Well, he's kind of got wrong Legos, but he's 12. Then so Brady Thomas, named after Lindsay Anderson Brady and Tommy Green.
Not at all after Tom Brady.
Not at all after Tom Brady. That's all right. Then this is Rancho Robert, named after Pat and Paw. He is 11. Yes. And he is just the nicest, funnest, happiest kid you'd ever meet.
Very chatty.
Yes, very chatty. Then that's Dorothy Ann, after Grandma Dot. And she's our only princess. Our favorite girl in the world. She gets everything she wants, but she's okay with it. So, yeah, she considers it lucky. Yeah, that's right. Then we've got William Kevin. Named after my father-in-law, and after Uncle Bill and Clay, lots of Williams there. And he is 7. And once you've met him, you'll never forget him. I don't know. He's Bill. He's his own fellow. And then we got Walton Miller Farr there at the end. He's 5. And he's our baby, and he's full of rock. We love him. Yeah. And one of the things we say in our family prayers every day, that we are so thankful to be a part of this wonderful family and this legacy that we have. And so we are grateful also to be able to be here. We haven't come here, it's been too long. But we're glad to be here. Do you have anything to add, sweetheart? Okay. Anything nice you want to say about me?
You're wonderful.
Okay. All right, so that's us.
Most, like Cathy said, most of you guys know us. Paris, I'm married to Paris. I'm known around here not as Jamie, but as Paris's husband, because everybody knows her and they think she's wonderful. She is wonderful. We have 5 kids, Banks, Thad, Lena, and then Mavis and June. They're our little almost twins. Everybody thinks they're twins. We dress them like they're twins. So, we live here in Alabaster. This is our home. We live a few minutes down the road, and we are blessed and lucky enough to have my mom and my dad live right down the road from us. Growing up, we were not close. We didn't live close to our grandparents, and so something that we have learned over the last few years, being so close to them, is that they are an enormous blessing, and not just our lives, but our children's lives. We love that they're here, and if they ever move, we'll probably cry. or follow them wherever they go. It's so great to have everybody here. We actually have Jonathan and Sarah. They just moved to Alabaster too. We're hoping that everybody, when they come and visit, they'll have such a good time that you'll all just start moving here. This will just be all of them. We love to see all you guys, and thank y'all for being here.
I'm married to Brittany. Y'all know her. She's the life of the party. Very social, very wonderful person. So John, Annie, Addie, and Etta, my 4 kids. For me, I will say, and I think this goes for all my siblings, we love the Christmas season. It's always the best time of the year. One of the most critical and important, or best things about Christmas when I was a kid was the Brannon family Christmas, where we always got together with this side of the family. It was one of the only times of the year where I got to see some of the cousins that I didn't see all the time. I got to see Caroline, and I got to see Meredith, and I got to see a lot of those cousins. And so it thrills me now to be here, seeing my kids interact with cousins that they haven't seen in a long time, or ever, that they're meeting for the first time. And remembering back when I was 11 years old, or when I was 5 years old, playing with those cousins, and how much fun that was, and how big of an event that was for me. So I'm very grateful as well for the opportunity. I'm glad we all got to be here. We live in Orlando, so it's not too far away. Hopefully we can have stuff like this in the future if we can get the Farrs to come down more often. But I guess as I've been here and I've been watching the kids and play, and as I was listening to the poem, it just kind of made me think about how none of us are indispensable, but it doesn't matter if you're 5 or 85, we're all a part of a pretty cool family. And I think we're all very blessed to have that, and we need to do everything we can to try to bless the lives of other people. That's it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I can't wait to hear.
I don't have much here to share. Clay, married to Tegan. Some of y'all might not have met Tegan, but she has had homesick kids. So just me and Oliver. How about Oliver? Probably hiding somewhere. Yeah, so I've got 3 kids, me and Tegan, Liam, Oliver, and Peter, 5, 3, and 2. We live in Canton, Georgia, so about 3 hours from here. Yeah, we've been married for coming up on 7 years, and yeah, it's crazy to feel like I'm not a kid anymore. See all the little kids running around, I feel like that's always been my role in the family. So it's kind of strange now having kids of my own and coming to stuff like this, but yeah, glad I got to come and see everybody, and that's it.
Yeah.
My wife Sara, we have, I don't know where they all are. Evan said, oh, there's Evan. There's Seth over there. There's the twins. Wait, I love it.
Yeah, we just wanted to say that we are so grateful for all of you always including us. We know we're kind of like a second offshoot branch, but you treat us just like your own. And Chris and Jamie have just adopted us and made us their own, and we're so grateful for all of you just treating us and being there for us whenever we need you. We love you
Well, let me. Kind of a brain thing. I remember the first time I laid eyes on these folks. I did. It was. I was sitting on the back row of the church up there in Tanner, Alabama with my friends, Philip Gray, cutting up like we usually would, 15 years old. And they walked in the back door right in front of us late, as usual. And it's one of those situations you can't explain till later. Because at the time I didn't recognize it. But
Your dreams were about to come true.
there was something, and I can't explain it now, I can't explain it then. And of all the people that walked in that little chapel over the years that I grew up in, I could not tell you who else walked through that door later. But I remember them. I didn't get this. I don't get emotional either. I remember them. And I remember her. Never had a girlfriend. Never even thought to this day that I was ever in love with anybody else. Never kissed anybody else. Never went on a date with anybody else. It's all. And I appreciate her dad and her mom for who she is today. And if it wasn't for her, and I absolutely am dead serious when I say this, I don't know where I'd be. Probably not here.
I think I'm safe in saying that just about everything good about my life is because of her. And so I appreciate her family, her parents and siblings for contributing in making her what she is today. And who she is a big part of who you are, and who you will yet be, and who your kids are, and who they'll turn out to be. I think as parents and grandparents, part of us is passed on to future generations, and I can see it in our grandkids. The good that they've inherited from grandparents and great-grandparents and so forth. But we're crazy about you. I've heard me say that before. There are levels of affection. I like you. I won't say I love you. There are people like you. I don't hate you, but I like everybody here. I like you. I love you. And I'm crazy about all of it. And I'm grateful for it. And thankful for your heart.